Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. With the price of just about everything going up during inflation, we thought we'd bring our prices down. So to help us, we brought in a reverse auctioneer, which is apparently a thing.
Mint Mobile Unlimited Premium Wireless. How to get 30, 30, bit to get 30, bit to get 20, 20, 20, bit to get 20, 20, bit to get 15, 15, 15, 15, just $15 a month? Sold!
Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
$45 up front for 3 months plus taxes and fees. Promo rate for new customers for limited time. Unlimited more than 40 gigabytes per month. Slows full terms at mintmobile.com.
This podcast contains mature content, explicit language, suggestive situations, and partial to full frontal nudity. Listener discretion is advised. Don't let your kids listen to this.
He just emphasized the 3:45 message.
Since I clearly don't understand how time works, why don't you explain it to me? I mean, when you say 3:45 and then I get messages at 2:40 bitching at me for not joining something that I had no idea was happening. How is that my fault?
I see 2:45.
Zach said 2:45.
Well, then you're blind.
I'm looking right at it.
That'll be around 3:45.
That'll be around 2:45.
2:45.
Okay. Cool. All right, let's just get this shit over with.
I don't like your attitude right now.
Man.
The energy is really
What's
off.
wrong? Bad couch delivery today? What's happening? You only got a fourth of the couch, or do they deliver the whole thing?
Not the whole thing.
Amin, why don't you explain why we're here doing this episode this week, huh?
Yeah, sure. Are we rolling? Are we recording?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
Let me record.
Oh,
Hold
I'm
on.
sorry.
All right,
Oh, wait. Oh,
I haven't been recording this whole time.
Oh, fuck. Come on with it, man.
Why did you drop the H off of with?
Because that's what Amin said. Come on with it. We're waiting. We're waiting, guys. Let's go.
The softest H.
Are okay? All right, we're ready. I don't know what's going on with Mayes. He's a little flustered.
Leave all this in.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah.
But we're not doing a new movie this week.
What?
Yeah, man, because I wanted to do Judge Dredd, and Mike Ryan wants to do Judge Dredd, and Mike Ryan was on vacation, and we had an extra week in the month of September, so we said, you know what? Punt it till next week.
That is an interesting interpretation of what happened. Some might say that Amin picked Judge Dredd, didn't consider that Mike Ryan was the guest slated for that episode, didn't check with him to see if he was available, asked him after picking it, and Mike was not available to do it the week that we would normally do the next movie. So Amin moved it back. Someone else might have asked Mike Ryan, hey, can you do Judge Dredd either one of these weeks? And Mike Ryan said no.
This week, we'll bring back something that our old Count the Dings listeners remember, the glossary episode. That's right. Have you ever started listening to Cinephobe and thought to yourself, I don't get any of these references? What is this bingo mode song that I hear all the time? Who is Louis Pinnock?
Why are they saying supercharge it?
What's up with them Oakleys? If you have ever asked any of these questions, been confused, feeling like you're left out of the joke, guess what? You're in luck, because we have a glossary episode that explains all these things and gives you the actual sound bites and the references to the other Cinephobe episodes where they originated.
Hold on, Amin. I've already heard the glossary episode, so this is just a rerun?
Yes and no. There are going to be things that you've heard before, but we've had so many new terms introduced into the glossary over the last few months since the last time we did this.
Yeah.
Guess what?
What?
It's getting a little bit of a facelift. Getting itself a little BBL action.
How about that?
That's right. Some extra cheeks on this one.
What? Maybe extra cheeks or just...
Well, I mean...
Just bigger cheeks.
What if they...
Put a third cheek on there.
Yeah.
I don't even know where it would go.
3 toes and 1 ass cheek. Where do you want to start here, Zach? It's your pick of the litter.
So here's the thing. Glossary episode of the past. You guys threw them at me. And I was trying to guess where it was from.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Which episode. I think that's how it went. So is that what we want to do again?
You guys could both guess if you want.
Okay.
Because I don't think either of you have looked at it.
Yeah, many of these I think are pretty straightforward.
This should be a lot easier because it's only in the last year, whereas the first glossary went back to the beginning of the podcast.
140.
Hundreds of Cinephobe years, yeah.
And then also, I'll give you guys a nice clue. The list is in chronological order.
Oh,
So we'll be moving through time here
like a wrinkle.
from essentially September of last year to now.
Oh, wow. Exactly 12 months of Cinephobe. Okay, here we go.
Wow. How about that?
Well, Zach, I'll start us off. The
Okay.
first one on the list is Look Out for Number One. I know where this clip comes from. It comes from the amazing soundtrack to Staying Alive. You guys can give that movie a 0% on Rotten
It was
Tomatoes.
awful movie.
You can phobe it on Cinephobe,
Yeah,
but you
dude.
cannot besmirch that soundtrack. It was fire. And no song more fire than Look Out for Number One, which has become our kind of unofficial theme song around here.
Yes, in the vibe of last glossary, I have written these descriptions in the third person here. So when Mayes was building the new intro, he eventually decided a Cinephobe song should be the backbone of the piece,
Oh, and people didn't like that.
and of course ended up with Look Out for Number One, which has taken on a second meaning
Oh,
as Cinephobe has climbed to the top of the As Fuck network.
Yes.
That's what it's called, right?
let me tell you this main show. You better look out for number one.
Know just what you're after and never look behind. You gotta look out for number one. Set your sights on the stars and the sun. Look out for number one. You gotta push a little harder, push a little harder, yeah, yeah. You gotta stand a little closer to the fire. Give a little more if you wanna get higher. Fly just like an arrow, don't you ever lose sight. You gotta walk the straight and narrow every day and every night. You gotta look out for number one. Set your sights on the stars and the sun. Look out for number one. You gotta push a little harder, push a little harder. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh yeah. You gotta work a little harder, be a little smarter, move a little faster. Know just what you're after. Well, you got to look out for number one. Set your sights on the stars and the sun. Look out for number one. You gotta push a little harder, push a little harder. Yeah, 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 yeah. You gotta look out for number one. Push a little harder, work a little harder, a little smarter. Oh yeah.
And the man responsible for this is none other than
You guessed it, Frank Stallone.
All right. Yeah. I knew that was from Staying Alive. I knew that one.
But what if I asked you, Zach, what episode was the first time Mays used it in the intro? That's a little harder.
Ooh, that's much harder. Trying to think when that new intro happened. I would say that I am not filling time.
No, you're not.
I am just looking at the
You just
list.
have a very, like a problematic, you have a very deliberate style of speech.
Supercharge that.
No, I can't.
No, you
What?
can't say that. I mean, it makes it so obvious.
No, it's not. No one knows who that is.
Yes, I have an inkling of an idea that this person could listen.
Really?
Why not? What else are they doing?
Welcome to Cinephobe.
All right. I'll say Ghost of Girlfriend's Past. Is that correct?
Amin. You asked the question. What's the answer?
You asked it, motherfucker. I'm going to go with The Watch.
The Watch.
Zach is closer for sure. I think that it's either The Beach Bum or Ghosts of Girlfriends Past.
I had a feeling it was McConaughey month. Yeah.
Oh, I think you're right. I think it is Ghosts of Girlfriends Past.
Wow. What a guess. And people hated it. Well, they didn't hate it. They just didn't know what they were listening to. They're like, what is the intro? This is the intro. We've got like 3 of them. All right. Next on the list, Motherfucker. I like that.
I can't hear that without hearing that sound.
This one is... Oh, wait.
Oh, come on. You know this one. This one's easy.
Well, no, I'm stuck between 2. Can I tell you the 2 I'm stuck between? Don't give me the answer.
Okay. All right.
I'm stuck between Blade Trinity and Gallowalkers. I'm not sure.
So you...
I'm not sure which one it is. I know it's Wesley Snipes.
Oh, my God.
I just, for some reason, I gotta think it was Gallowalkers. But no. You guys wouldn't clip in something that is from Gallowalkers. I'll say Blade Trinity.
I mean, you own that on DVD, so
I own it twice.
You've obviously
I have two copies.
rewatched it and heard that line in that movie, right?
No, I think it's Blade Trinity.
You are correct.
Isn't it when he's talking to Aubrey?
Yes, it's the other Drake. Excuse me, the other Drake, because now we have 3 Drakes.
Beale shoots out the lights for some reason. Blade walks up to Drake who's in armor.
Why you got all this shit on?
Blade. Ready to die.
I was born ready, motherfucker. Motherfucker. I like that.
Motherfucker.
I like that. We came together like Voltron on this shit.
See, he's picking up new vocabulary. He's an old man.
They're sword fighting. There's a fist fight with Ryan Reynolds and Triple H.
Drake logs on Twitter later that day. He's like,
motherfucker. He was just introduced
pick
to
the patois of your choice. I like that. Keep that same energy. I like that.
You keep that.
It's the motherfucker for me.
It's the motherfucker. Fuck you, Zach. You stole my line.
That motherfucker that is, I'm problematic.
And he takes the duster off and he's been in a leather vest this entire time.
Why would Drake have armor on just his left arm and shoulder?
Because he's lame as hell.
Like he's batting cleanup.
Zach, it takes time to get all the way armored. I mean, for him, he just started from the bottom. Now he's here.
All right, bro. You got one more of them motherfuckers.
I fear that he has way more of those.
Just hold on. We're going home.
Oh, I thought Wesley said that.
No. Drake said it.
This is Drake. This is a Drake bar.
Oh, wow. Okay. Wait, who's the third Drake? How do we have a third Drake?
Venom. Last week.
Oh,
Venom.
God.
Venom.
Boy, let me tell you my delight in seeing Eminem on Hard Knocks. A mere
They're listening to me.
Hours.
They're listening.
Hours after watching that movie.
And it made its way to legacy status before Fober File.
Yeah.
There was a moment where there was some other motherfuckers.
Yeah.
But that one's better just because of the sound. The sound is really what puts it over the top.
Yeah, the sound.
Yeah.
Iconic.
Great, man. It's really great.
All right. The next one is the cold middle. And this was just a Cineprity question. So
yes, it was.
We'll test your knowledge once again.
Wait, it was?
Yeah, it was.
Yep.
Remember, he asked what episode that happened. It was the one that we recorded when we were in Houston, Zach.
Oh, that's right. And you were just watching me. You were the watcher.
Alone.
He's sitting over there alone.
And I had to get to the airport, so I guess I was the one in a hurry.
Yeah, that's true.
So this would have been September or October of
October
of last year.
Yeah.
So what did I record? It was Bloodsport, right? We did half, and then the other half later.
I thought it was American Ninja.
Oh, let me tell you, by the way, I love that drop. An American Ninja? Impossible. I love that drop every time I hear it.
Maybe it was Bloodsport. I thought it was American Ninja.
You're both wrong.
Oh, okay.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2.
Oh, man. The ooze.
Can't wait to figure out what to do with this random
Just drop
banter.
it right in the fucking middle. You know what?
Coward.
Who cares? Yes, we recorded part of this in Houston, Texas.
Yeehaw.
We recorded up until the moment that we had to leave for the airport. By leave for the airport, we went down to the bar and had a couple of drinks, and then we left for the airport. That's why I sound so different. I was on a shitty microphone yesterday. And so, yeah, drop all this in. Don't cut any of this out.
Yeah.
Let's give him the raw.
I love it.
No condom on this podcast.
We don't have any fucking time. He's got to go to the airport. Let's do this shit. Someone got a 10-minute cold open.
I mean, it's a cold middle.
Cold middle.
That's what it is.
Cold middle.
We just invented the cold middle.
Freezing cold middle.
That's right. We're pioneering here on Cinephobe.
When you take a steak out of the freezer and cook it a little bit in the oven and then eat it.
When you microwave
The
it.
cold middle.
I put it on high.
This is the hot pocket of podcasts.
Leave it all in.
There's actually 3 chunks. So the cold middle, not only did we create it, but it happened twice in one episode.
We had 2 cold middles.
Yes.
They're in this like wagon or whatever, and it's just shaking, and they are fucking.
You think a snapping turtle and a wolf are fucking?
100%.
That noise, I don't like that at all.
That's what was happening. That's the noise of the movie. I just played it off my laptop.
No, you didn't.
Second of all, there's still 30 minutes left in this goddamn movie. How?
Couple sees them messing up the city. What do we do if they come over? Let them get their own cab. New Yorkers, am I right? Just open that right into the microphone.
Did you say New Yorkers? Am I right?
Yeah, I did.
Verbatim. Same note too, bro. Same note too. I spilled liquor all over.
I bet you did.
And now for something completely different.
Let's Goldilocks this thing. Let's not do too hot. Let's not do too low. Let's do the good one.
Okay.
How drunk are you right now? I'm curious. The opening, you're not drunk, and then you get pretty drunk in the middle there.
And now I'm sober
Where
again.
are you at now? Now you're sober again? Theater of the mind.
Sunrise, sunset. Yeah. You can pretend to be drunk if that helps.
Tequila of the mind.
No, I think we'd like to have a good portion of the podcast.
That's not going to be possible as long as you're on it.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, burn. Didn't see that coming, did you? Did you?
The lamest possible comment from you? No, I saw that coming.
Are we doing
the podcast? Are we doing another cold open to the
No.
middle of the
Yeah.
open?
No.
Yeah,
No.
2/3 open? Yes,
No.
we have to.
No.
Because now we've done
No.
it. Now we're in it.
God damn it. Why do there have to be 2 hot pockets in every pack?
We should start doing this more often. Let's start taping
No.
always over
No.
days at a time.
3
No.
different days? Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Love the idea.
You know why we can't record this over 3 different sessions every time? Because you guys do 10 minutes to warm up like an old car. Next up on the list is the Drunk Amin Siren.
This is the Kill Bill noise, right?
It's the combo.
Yeah.
So obviously the line is from Dan during the Freedom live stream.
Yes.
That existed by itself for a while. And then eventually we added the Kill Bill siren to it just in time for Drunk Amin's return in this episode.
The one that always comes to mind is Blank Man, but I know it's not Blank Man because that was too far back.
Yes. And I'll remind you guys this is double elimination and that these questions are in chronological order.
Oh, shit. Okay. I feel like he was drunk during American Ninja.
Impossible.
No, very possible. I'm going to disagree on that one. I'll say American Ninja. I think we got a back-to-back here.
I'm going Homie Spumoni.
Oh, also a good choice.
Yeah, by the way, someone tweeted, or maybe it was on Reddit, but they said, I'd never heard of this movie, Homie Spumoni. I don't know where to watch it, but I'm listening to this episode and it sounds hilarious. So
YouTube, my boy.
So Amin was closer. It was Eddie. And he comes out of the gates in the cold open announcing that he's going to get drunk.
Oh, God. Okay.
After 5 weeks of relatively sober recording,
Oh, no.
Drunk Amin is back.
I mean, useless. We're 4 hours in and he's already drunk. He's got to do something at 1 a.m. He's going to be drunk. Cinephobe is going to be at 1 a.m. and he's not going to be able to do it. Like, what, are you kidding me? He's hammered.
But that's not exciting or anything we're looking forward to.
Oh, you should look forward to it. I had to finish this movie. I couldn't do it.
You know who's going to be thrilled about that? Tom.
Brady? Bing bong. Fuck that loser.
Whoa, Tom? That's rough.
Oh, shit. Oh, no. Oh, shit. I was like, Maze, what the fuck are you talking about Tom for? I give a fuck about Tom.
How drunk are you already?
Oh, no. I better get some water. Oh, sweating. Why am I so sweaty?
Also, quick bonus glossary. Double elimination is from Over the Top, where they explain in incredibly descriptive detail that you need to lose twice.
They explain the rules of a basic arm wrestling tournament about 30 times.
But then at the end,
he just
loses once, and he's eliminated.
It's funny, Maze, because there's so many of these things that we do as second nature now.
Yeah. It's hard to think of. Yeah.
Dude, I was listening to the Venom episode, and there's the part where he's logging into her computer, and I said, and the password is Alfred.
Yeah.
And then you guys said England, London, and all that stuff. And I realized for those who never listened to the Batman and Robin episode, you have no idea what we're talking about. Because we've done that before as well. And yeah, that's because Alicia Silverstone sits at the laptop and tries to guess what his password is and guesses that it's her Uncle Alfred's name, just Alfred. Then she moves on. England. Stupid motherfucker. So fucking dumb.
All right.
What's next?
Another repeat from Cinepobe, the San Diego Superchargers song, which emerged as the Supercharge sound, became more and more prominent, was labeled as Supercharge, and then this song was brought out, this banger from the 1979 San Diego Chargers season. What episode was that from? And once again, chronological order.
I'm guessing Homie Spumoni because it was just such a Supercharged episode.
Oh, man, that's a really good guess. I'll agree. I think it's Homie Spumoni.
Loaded Weapon 1.
Oh, wow.
Which was not as much of a Supercharged episode.
No, that's surprising. But maybe that's just when we discovered the sound, right?
That's what kind of happens, is that there's usually an episode preceding an episode that plants the seed, as we'll get to with another thing on this list. There were so many Supercharges in Homie Spumoni that it clicked in that there should be a new sound.
It's like Wilt Chamberlain dunking from the free throw line. Like,
yeah, they're like, wait a second, that can't
we got to
be.
change this
Yeah,
right away.
Nobody called anybody an SP.
That also reminds me of where Zach and I were doing Mad Dog Sports Radio, and I started singing the song, and our bingo producer kept texting, it's the Los Angeles Chargers.
It's Los Angeles Chargers now. The Los Angeles Chargers. And Amin just lost it. He's like, I'm doing a bit.
On air.
On air.
I just started yelling at the guy. Not German soldiers, Zach. You want to try again there? What kind of soldiers they are?
I just heard German.
How they're dressed? They're not dressed in modern.
Just like soldiers. I don't know.
Soldiers from a specific era in Germany's history, Zach.
Oh, I don't know. Couldn't tell you.
Nothing 1939 and 1945-ish ballpark?
I was born in 1982.
Does that mean you never seen Schindler's List?
Saw it. I was a kid. Didn't really understand it. I was like 11.
You just like the red dress, didn't you?
Yeah, it was kind of slow.
All you remembered is the red dress, and he couldn't understand why these people are complaining so much.
Oh, buzz that out, by the way. Electrocute that right out of there.
San Diego Superchargers, San Diego Chargers, San Diego Superchargers, San Diego Chargers.
Next up is the Misogyny song.
Sister Act 2. It has to be. There's so many women in Sister Act 2.
I have to ask, Amin sent this to the chat, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes, I did. I got it from
@_Mind of Music on TikTok.
Yes, I was watching a TikTok video and
you Spider-Man memed it.
and I was like, this is great. And I downloaded it and I shared it to the chat.
Yeah.
I just thought it would be a nice little play to make. Was it Sister Act 2 though?
It has to be because there's so many women in Sister Act 2 that they're just, I'm guessing the misogyny was just roaring.
That's a good point.
Unfortunately, no.
No?
It was Red Notice.
Oh.
Where that finally came into play.
All right. So this was a Gal Gadot situation.
Roll the clip, Maze. Let's listen to it.
I laughed. I was entertained. I thought Gal Gadot was terrible, but she looked good. Was that?
Wow. What a Jesus. What misogyny.
No, it's not.
She was terrible, but hey, she looked good.
Well, I mean, it would be misogyny if she was good and I said she looked good. I'm like, that's not nice. Like, how about you like value her?
Commenting on it is misogyny.
Yeah,
that's
it.
irrelevant.
No. Misogyny is when like
supercharge it. May supercharge it. What did all the misogyny from Amin in that episode?
How much time do we have?
It's been 20 minutes. We're back. The next category, the next glossary entry is 4 Horsemen, 5 Horsemen. Now, there's 2 movies for this one. I fully expect you guys to be able to figure this out.
Yeah, I know this.
So 4 Horsemen originally happened because Now You See Me Too.
Oh, God.
Because they're called the 4 Horsemen.
That fucking horrible movie.
Oh, man. Where was I the other day where someone was playing some free licensed music? And I said, this sounds exactly like Now You See Me when they come out on stage. And now introducing the 4 Horsemen.
Yeah.
That generic music. But yeah, that's why it's 4 Horsemen. And then later on, when we did 5 Heartbeats featuring Roy Bellamy as our guest, we were introduced to the 5 Horsemen. Let's show them that horseman sound.
All right. In honor of Now You See Me Too, actually, scratch that. In honor of this movie,
They just change it.
the 5 Horsemen.
Hold on. And when you say 5 Horsemen, you got to remember, you have to have the line in there where they say,
Yeah, I got it.
Let's show them who the horsemen are, guys. Yeah, we got soul.
Amin, what's your golden dumpster?
I thought I just said it.
No, you didn't.
No, he said ass off for the 5 Horsemen.
No, I said everything was 5 Horsemen.
Oh, the entire thing.
So for Phobe or File, you're going to say 5 Horsemen?
The 4 Horsemen is 5 Horsemen.
The 4 Horsemen is 5 Horsemen.
Ain't got no money. Whoa. Ain't got no fancy car. Whoa. Don't live the life of a millionaire, Jack. Whoa. Or a movie star, Jack. There's nothing in the world that I could possess to equal your love and your tenderness.
Next on the list is bingo mode.
Oh.
Which, after using the phrase bingo mode in this episode, it was top of mind going into the next episode, and the Travis Scott remix was born.
So I was just listening to this episode the other day where I believe the debut of bingo mode happened. So I think it's from Zookeeper. Which would make a lot of sense. Now we're getting a Hitch ripoff and working on his moves.
Swing your paws like you're swatting salmon. Give us a bear snort. Put your lips into it. Whoa. Lead with your pudding cup. Get it out front. Remove the mystery.
Full bingo mode is my note.
Yeah.
Going on here with the File Foe. Young Frank Dukes here, bingo mode.
You're not gonna call the cops?
Bingo! You don't respect the boulevard. Bingo!
What kind of a deal?
Bingo! Moose is in the house. Bingo!
Naming my pee sneeze.
Bingo!
I gotta poo. Ooh, that's a bingo.
You know, we couldn't have come up with bingo mode in Rhinestone. It had to have been way earlier than that, right?
I think it escalated.
Okay. All right.
Bingo has been around. Bingo you'll hear about in the original glossary.
Yeah.
But bingo mode, I think also bingo bomber.
Bingo bomber jacket.
Came along.
Bingo bomber jacket is from The Watch, right?
Bingo bomber jacket, but the bingo bomber.
Bingo bomber.
Got you.
Somewhere in between.
As a reminder, bingo is a catch-all phrase. I keep seeing people write that bingo means you're mentally challenged or something. That's not what it means.
No.
It is a catch-all term.
Bingo can be for any offensive word you want to say.
I kind of wanted to avoid the word offensive.
Oh.
Good job, Zach.
Allegedly. Keep saving a butte.
Never gets a thing.
And as I'll remind everybody, this is just a way for Amin to say that it's your fault if you think that it means something.
Yep, it's on you. It's a Rorschach test, right?
Bingo is in the ears of the beholder.
Again, I like to listen to old episodes. I pick random ones. Zach uses it constantly.
No, what are you talking about?
Zach, you are serious repeat offender. You're right at the top. with Nick Cage.
I don't know why you're trying to like single him out. We've all done it. There's a lot of evidence against all of us in this case.
Because he's a bingo. That's why.
Because you guys single me out all the time. Like, Amin, this is Amin trying to like, no, I'm not the only one that does this shit.
Okay. So it's Zach. Got it.
Yeah.
Still got them, Oakleys?
Oh,
What a banger.
So as you know, Zach worked at Oakley. We've been talking about it for hundreds of Cinephobe years. Then during the Righteous Gemstones season, baby Billy decides to buy his son a pair of sunglasses in a flashback episode. And when he returns to see his estranged son years later,
his estranged now adult son who has a family and everything,
Macaulay Culkin, he asks him only one question.
So you still got them Oakleys?
Now, what episode could that have happened in?
Oh, that's a good question. I would have guessed before the ones we've just referenced, so I don't know.
I'm going to go low down dirty Shame because Shame had sunglasses on that he puts on.
Oh, that's a good.
Belly's the next one, though, and that has a lot of sunglasses, too.
Yeah, I would say Belly.
It is indeed Belly.
John Paul's got snowboarding goggles on his head. 20th century bitch. Oh, I remember this.
Oakleys?
Oh, well, I don't know. They might have been Oakleys. But
Still got those Oakleys?
Clip it.
I was wondering if you'd find that photo a little creepy. Judging by the look on your face, you might have. Come on now, don't tell me you don't know who I am. It's me. It's your daddy. You still got them Oakleys?
It doesn't so much have to do with the sunglasses in the movie as it does with this was the week that we recorded when that episode dropped, and we were joking about it.
We were just excited. We were just excited to use it.
Exactly.
That's always fun when we're just excited to use it.
Yeah.
Like when Mayes said trivia is sacrosanct. Like, oh, man.
Trivia is sacrosanct. It's the way Mace says it, too. Because Mace, like, really hits it. He's like, sacrosanct. Like,
he says sacrosanct.
Yeah, he does. He does. He gets it wrong.
He gets it wrong.
He gets it wrong.
So the first time I did it, I tried to do the emphasis, but I said the word correctly. And then I listened to it again. I'm like, no, this dude's saying sacrosanct. Like, that's a word. But yes, I just have the rehearsal down here. If you listen to this show during the run of the rehearsal and never watch the rehearsal, there's a good chunk of stuff that
you just go watch the rehearsal.
Just watch the rehearsal.
Yeah.
Orange juice, no pulp.
Maybe for some, the rehearsal itself is enough.
All right. Speaking of clips we just thought was funny and then shoehorn them into an episode. God damn it, Dutch! The CCH Pounder impression, which started trending again because of the Always Sunny podcast getting to that episode.
I want you on my label. Let's make a deal right now. That's how he delivers it.
No.
Clip it
Nope.
side by side. Exact same.
Are you trying to do your CCH Pounder right now, Zach? Is that what you want?
God damn it, Dutch! What other things you have us running for the DA?
Oh, no, you don't. Don't you dare do that to CCH Pounder.
Let's all do our best CCH Pounder, okay?
I can't.
She was good in the Shield, man. Come
She's
on.
fantastic. It's one of the best roles ever.
No, Roy, you need to see this clip. There's a Sunny clip where Dennis does a spot-on CCH Pounder from the Shield.
What other errands do you have us running for the DA? God damn it, Dutch! What other errands do you have us running for the DA?
And then I went back and watched the whole clip, and it's because Dee says she can't do Obama because he's a black man. And then Dennis is like, well, I can do a black woman. Pick a random one. She's like, CCH.
She's a CCH Pounder. God damn it, Dutch! What else you have us running for the DA? God damn it, Dutch!
And then Dee's Obama is worse than a beats.
See, Mitch McConnell doesn't want you to have a CCH Pounder impression.
We baptized Roy Bellamy by fire in this episode.
Oh, we really did.
We started doing this. He didn't know what we were talking about, and he was defending CCH Pounder. He's like, hey, CCH Pounder's great. What are you talking about? All right, this is just a layup. The Lewis Pinnock Accent Award.
Yes.
I mean, yeah.
If you haven't listened to the White Man's Burden episode, I strongly urge you to go back and just listen to John Travolta deliver a performance unlike any other. Who was the other person we said, oh, we should have named the accent after him? I know that we use the drop from the professor in How High?
There's a couple.
I give it an A.
Oh, Carson Phillips.
Yeah, it's really a Travolta award because he's got Emil Kovacs. He's got Carson Phillips.
I saw a Jimmy Fallon bit on TikTok the other day where it was John Travolta and they were going through a John Travolta voice spin the wheel thing, but Louis Pinnock was not on there.
Invalid.
Completely.
Invalid wheel.
Oh, well, hold on, man. You following me? You can't do that, Lionel. Look, man, if you don't want me to have a foreman job, I understand, but I need my fucking job, man.
Yeah, I think other contenders for this are like Tim Curry and Loaded Weapon 1.
Where is the microfilm?
The microfilm.
Brendan Fraser?
Oh, Brendan Fraser.
The absolute worst version is Pistachio Disguisey.
Pistachio Disguisey. Why did they go with the name Disguisey? God damn stupid ass movie.
Do you think that would Pretzi win?
Oh, come on,
come on, Maze.
Yeah.
That's no way to talk to a pretzel. Yeah. There's some legendary accents in the past that should probably be commemorated at some point.
Yeah, at some point we'll have to go back.
Yeah,
right?
we'll have to do like a Mount Rushmore or something or a Hall of Fame.
No, we got to go back and award to Louis Pinnock.
Oh, for everything. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We got
everything.
We got a lot of stuff to catch up on.
Yeah.
Enough champagne to fill the Nile. We've been mocking Gal Gadot's pronunciation of champagne since Red Notice. Then Zach, doing a little extracurricular work, was watching Death on the Nile.
Oh my God, I never finished it. It's such a bad movie.
The very first thing I asked is, did she say champagne yet?
Yeah.
Just a few short minutes later, he sent along this clip, which has completely wiped out Tom Cruise's perfume going in, sewage going out line.
I missed that. Man. I forgot about
Just
that.
Been wiped off the face of the earth.
Oh, man.
By this clip.
And deservedly so. Cage pulls off a great move. He comes out of the bushes. There's security there. He's got a bottle of champagne and 2 glasses.
I brought champagne.
Champagne.
We have a piano tuned, a chef stolen from Shepherds of Cairo, and enough champagne to fill the Nile.
Hey, oh, champagne.
It's like the Golden Dumpster. We used The Goods, the scene with Catherine Hahn and Rob Riggle, and that replaced, which I just recognized like a week ago or so when I was listening to an old episode. Like, oh yeah, Owen Wilson used to have this one, man.
Oh, that's right, from Drill Bit, right?
Yeah.
The one on Ocean and Wilshire, that's mine.
That's where Maze used to live, right?
In the dumpster?
Near the dumpster.
Yes, I worked right on Ocean in Santa Monica. So what episode did Enough Champagne make its debut in?
I'm going to guess first. I'm going to go Deadfall.
I think they were drinking champagne in White Man's Burden. I'm going to say White Man's Burden. The black people were.
Amin had the right month.
Oh.
National Treasure Book of Secrets.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, there's some events there. I can see that. All right.
Goated, my boy.
I mean, this is easy. This is Battleship, baby. You try to disparage Hasbro as if they don't have the whole board game on lock. That was terrible wording, but you know what I mean.
Zach was in his patois bag when Maze was questioning how much money Hasbro could possibly have. And now it signifies when someone has reached the absolute pinnacle of success and recognition.
Louis Pinnacle.
Hasbro had $150 million to lose?
Whoa! Are you kidding me? Hasbro is goated, my boy.
Okay, sorry, Zach.
I remember not recognizing it until the next episode. You guys started Suburban Commando, saying it to each other over and over again.
Oh, yeah, you did.
It took me like 20 minutes. Like, all right, I got to ask now, what is this from?
It's because it really popped out during the editing process.
Yeah, it really did.
It kind of just floated away during the actual Battleship episode.
Right. Yeah, that was something that needed a second life.
I was like, why did he say it like that? Then we're at the bottom of the list here. No glossary is complete without Amin doing his own research.
Oh, no.
I feel like that's an old one. You're saying this is chronological, but I feel like we've been doing...
Yeah, research has been happening for a long time.
For a long time. Long time. Hundreds
Scouting has been happening for a long time.
Oh, you know what? Yes, I think we're conflating the two. Yeah.
Tune into the glossary in a little bit to hear about that. There's only one movie that necessitated Amin's research.
Yeah.
In my defense, hold on. In my defense, believe it or not, I can't even say this shit out loud. In my defense, we were doing research for a movie that involved a certain adult film actress, and so I was searching.
That's
on the computer. Whoa! What are you doing? You left your computer earlier. What are you doing, Amin?
Oh my God. That hold on.
Goodness.
That was
What are you doing
7 hours ago. That was 7 hours ago.
I swear to God, it was research. I swear to God.
Yo,
Zach, you know what?
Did KOC just catch you watching porn?
I mean, I don't know what you're talking about.
No, hold on.
I don't know what you're talking about.
We recorded
What
a podcast today. What's up?
Sure.
What podcast? What are you talking
Cinephobe.
about?
It's called Cinephobe. It's the podcast where you and I watch movies that are poorly rated on Rotten Tomatoes.
We don't watch porn.
Whether they're actually poorly rated or perhaps didn't get a fair shake at Cinephobe. Produced by Amin and Mayes, wherever you get podcasts. This month, Matthew McConaughey month. And we were watching a movie, and in the movie, there was an adult film star that I did not know was an adult film star.
I don't know about this. I don't know about this.
I decided
this sounds
to,
very fishy.
in the middle of doing the podcast, search.
You didn't know she was a.
If I could pull up the tabs again,
star.
I will show you the name.
I mean, you can pull up your history.
Yeah, I can show you.
No, you don't.
No,
Kevin, no.
Don't do it. Was
No.
It's whatever you are imagining in your head. It's like 100 times worse.
It's worse. It's worse.
It was
Whatever you're thinking.
on the
it's
hub.
worse.
I wonder what else. What else is a reference that people don't get when it comes to the old cinephobe?
If only there's a way for you to tell us what you don't know or don't understand and would like us to explain, perhaps down the line. You can tweet us at TalkHoops, at Darth Amin, at Corn Puzzle. You can tweet at CinePhobePod. You can send an email to cinephobepodcast@gmail.com. You can leave it in a review on Apple, 5-star review. Do all those things. If there's anything that you want to know about, anything that has slipped past you, anything that we say over and over again, you're like, why do they say that?
This has to be one of the most popular episodes we're going to drop.
The glossary? Absolutely.
Right, because this is going to unlike, I'm looking at some of the old ones that we did. CGI City, Bitch Wife,
Good Jesus.
Poppy Talk. He said it. You picked it. The Train.
I like that you threw out the hard bitch wife there, but then you wouldn't say you picked it, motherfucker. You censored yourself on that one.
This is what I want for an endeavoring listener, someone who wants to go above and beyond. I want someone to go back to Supercut or listen to the Supercut about us talking about trains. Because I love trains.
Look like clones.
I love clones.
Dude, I'm getting really weird deja vu right now.
Is this how we ended it last time?
No, this is what happens in the gloss. Like he talks about the trains. He says, I love trains. And then we're like, you said that like you said I love clones. He did it again.
He did it. How many references?
Oh, we didn't do that one. Oh, that's the one we missed. Okay, here we go.
Ray Tango.
I guess people got to know this one
you
now.
gotta know it's Tango and Cash.
But it's Tango and Cash. It's Jack Palance, who's watching on a bank of TVs a highlight reel of different arrests and busts and commenting to nobody in particular. Just in an empty room, he's talking to himself out loud. He's making puns on Ray Tango and Gabriel Cash. And one of the things when he says Gabriel Cash, how many millions? He questions. He's incredulous. He laughs as he says, and then finally delivers with gravitas.
Gabriel Cash. Oh, God. How many millions? How many? How many this time? Oh, God. Ray Tango. How he loves to dance. He waltzes in and takes all my drugs. And then Tango's back out again.
And you brought this up this year 2 years after we watched Tango and Cash,
I know.
it got a second life.
It got a super second life. I remember I made a clip.
Right.
Oh, yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
I made a clip of it and I posted on Instagram.
You listened to the episode again.
Yeah. And as I was editing it,
you fell in love with that clip again. And then it's been a good 4 or 5 months of Jack Palance impression.
Because if you listen to the original episode, we laugh about him talking to nobody in particular, but we don't dwell on the how many millions part nearly as much as the tangos in and then waltzes away with my drugs.
That's true. Yeah.
That's it for this section of the glossary. And now a cold middle.
Listener, what's up? Zach Harper coming to you live from just making my picks on Prize Picks, the largest daily fantasy sports platform in North America. For my money and your money, the easiest and most exciting way to play DFS. Again, that's daily fantasy sports. It's just you against the numbers instead of battling thousands of players, including like pros and sharks, those people that really try to game the system and screw you over. You just pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections and watch the winnings roll in. Basketball's here, right? So check this out. This is the cool thing that I love from Prize Picks. You can now pick combo projections across football and basketball from the Specials League, a league created specifically for combo projections that includes 2 or more players from different sports and leagues. So if you want to do like more Patrick Mahomes yards and less James Harden points, you can do that. You can do that combination. You can do any combination that they have on there. You just go to the Specials League. You want to play alongside people. Maybe you don't want to go it alone. Maybe you want to play alongside people. You can go to, I don't know, Meek Mill, Andrew Schultz. You find them in the community plays under the promos tab of the app to view entries from some of the biggest names in the Prize Picks community each week. And best of all, Prize Picks even offers a reboot policy so your entries stay in play even if one of your players gets injured. For football and basketball games, if you have the player who exits the game in the first half and does not return the second, that player is rebooted. Prize Picks, the only daily fantasy sports platform with an injury insurance policy. So I'll tell you what you do. You go to prizepicks.com/ding and use the promo code DING, D-I-N-G, for a first deposit match up to $100. Let me say that again for you. You go to prizepicks.com/ding. You use the code DING, D-I-N-G, for a first deposit match up to $100 from our friends at Prize Picks. Prize Picks, daily fantasy sports made easy.
And now for something completely different.
It is brand new. It's not even a year old.
You know what? It's still older than my piece of shit. So how about that?
Someone ever say, hey, I got a new baby. Oh, yeah. How old's your baby? 9 months. That's an old baby. No.
It's an old baby.
It's a new baby.
If I have a newborn.
If you were calling it a newborn, you'd be in trouble there.
Exactly. If I have a newborn, then guess what? Your baby's old.
As fuck.
Your baby's geriatric. Geriatric fucking baby.
Welcome to
I mean, my fault. My fault. I just finished.
Oh, I fucking love this podcast. Oh my God. There's your fucking intro.
Carry on, Mace. Take 2.
Welcome to a very special edition of Cinephobe.
He was talking. Do it again.
It doesn't matter.
Take 3.
It doesn't matter if he's talking as long as
it matters to me.
I'm talking properly.
That's the point of the show. Isn't it? Isn't it? It's possible. I don't understand what this podcast is about.
Poppycock.
It's a fuck house.
On a weekly basis, we are consuming more concentrated bad movies than probably anybody in the history of mankind.
Poppycock.
What story? What story? What are you talking about?
Do you want lunch?
I have yet to laugh in this movie. I'll just tell you that.
You picked it, motherfucker. So just remember that.
You know the problem with Hollywood is? They make shit. Unbelievable, unremarkable shit.
I was legitimately offended.
You were offended?
I was offended.
I didn't know you could get offended.
I was offended.
This did it.
If I were gay, I wouldn't be offended.
They're fucking making shit up, I mean.
Inconsequential detail after inconsequential detail after inconsequential detail.
Bees don't lie.
One 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm holding a mic in my hands, and now I'm talking all alone.
Welcome to a very special episode of Cinephobe. This is something that I personally have been hit up about quite often. Where did this come from? Where did this stupid bit come from? What does this mean? What are you guys talking about? And so it's time. We've compiled a massive list of references, and we really were able to track down a lot of stuff here. So Zach hasn't looked at this at all. Amin and I have thrown together some fun explanations / definitions of what these terms are, but we're going to quiz Zach on these, and then we're going to play the clip, and we're just going to reminisce about some of our finer moments.
Okay.
So first up is the Mustafa, I'm still alive, but very badly injured. Zach, do you remember the first time we used that clip on the show?
Oh, man. So it's got to be an early one, right? It's got to be something where like somebody, I'm going to guess an action movie. I'm going to say Swordfish.
Well, let's give him a little bit more detail.
Okay. All right.
This is one of Amin's favorite things. When people are off camera.
Yes.
They're talking and it's dubbed over, it's ADR. And Mustafa is the best example of this because he's killing it from completely off camera. It's just his voice.
The disembodied voice, as you know, Zach, is one of my favorite bits.
Oh, I got it then. I know it. It's got to be my man. Oh, my nose from Ballistic Exorcism.
A guy is pushing up on this girl and Lucy comes running up.
Come on, baby. Huh? Come on. Yeah. Hey, beautiful. What? My nose.
She breaks his nose, knocks him down, runs into the building, and he yells, my nose.
I have the entire script because he's saying, come on, baby, to his girl, turns around, sees Lucy Liu, and the dude just abandons B2 and his girlfriend and says, hey, beautiful, ow, my nose. I think it's broken. And when X rolls up, he says, I didn't touch her. But the whole thing is delivered. The only way I can compare it is if you remember Will Ferrell's character in Austin.
Yes, yeah.
Gentlemen, let's get down to business. We've got a lot of work to do.
Someone help me. I'm still alive, only I'm very badly burned.
Some of you I know, some of you I'm meeting for the first time.
Hello there. Anyone? Can someone call an ambulance? I'm in quite a lot of pain.
Okay, you've all been gathered here to form my evil cabinet. Excuse me. Yes, he's down there. Is he dead? No, not dead. No, burnt. Badly. Yes? Right.
If somebody can open the retrieval hatch down here, I could get out. See, I designed this device myself. Good. I'm glad you found me. Listen, I'm very badly burned, so if you could just... You shot me.
Okay, moving on.
You shot me right in the arm. Why did...
I've been very badly burnt. Like it's just kind of in the background. You hear the entire dialogue, even though you don't see him.
The bone is pushing through the skin.
I'm going to attempt to stand up on my own. No.
Nope.
Correct.
All right.
Correctamundo.
Oh, yeah.
My man gets punched in the alley and Ballistic and delivers his lines about being injured, but he's off camera. It just brings Mustafa to mind.
God, that's a good one.
From, of course, the classic film Austin Powers.
All right, this one's real easy, Zach.
We built this city. We built this city on TG. I built this city. We built this city on TG Road.
Oh, this one's easy. This is an easy one. I thought this was going to be hard. Catwoman, baby. Catwoman.
The mysterious unnamed city in Catwoman that Catwoman was made out of. You guessed it. And Amin started singing this song. Yo, I like reading the definitions because it's obviously the ones that Mayes wrote, because it's just the way he words it makes me laugh every single time.
It says Amin sang the song?
It says Amin started singing this song.
He did.
I literally don't remember being the originator of that, to be honest with you. That comes as a surprise to me.
It is, of course, the Starship song.
And then my next note, what the fuck is this CGI'd city?
Oh, yeah.
So they never tell you where it is. They never actually say Gotham City. They don't say it's New York. They don't say anything. She's traversing the city in a CGI cat manner?
Whatever the fuck city this is supposed to be.
CGI city, it looks like a video game.
We built this city.
Is this where they got Assassin's Creed from?
We built this city on CGI.
Built this city.
Still curious why there was a mansion in the middle of downtown.
Oh, no, that was Batman.
No, that's Catwoman. She goes to that lady's house.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Batman had the observatory on the cliff.
Batman has cliffs in the middle of Gotham City.
Yeah, Batman had the cliffs. Catwoman had the skyscrapers, and in between two skyscrapers was a house. It wasn't a mansion. It was a house. It was a pretty big house, though. Maybe it is a mansion.
It was a good-sized house, yeah.
Next up.
Oh, boy.
Oh.
So this has seen a couple evolutions here, Zach. So even I am not sure exactly where this came from, but I believe that it kicked into high gear with a certain movie.
Okay.
Featuring a certain character.
I've got two guesses here.
Okay.
Oh, man, this feels really messed up to say, but...
Do you want to define what bingo words are?
No, sure don't.
No, we have to. We have to.
Oh, I guess, yeah.
We call them bingo words for a reason because we're not going to say them. So basically, these are like super offensive terms that at one point in a very near past of Hollywood were completely acceptable. You could drop, for instance, the R word, and everyone just kind of knew, ha, and keep moving on. Obviously, now we are in a different time in society. You can't just be dropping the R word left and right. But because many of these movies we review are from 2010 and before, what can I tell you? There's a lot of R words in them. And so, at first it just started with us trying to goad one another to be the one to say it. Another one is the F word, and I'm not talking about fuck. The one that's a slur, right?
Swear jar.
Are we doing swear jar for this?
I don't know. Did we do it for the last one? I don't know.
Oh, we tried. I mean, I tried at least. Okay.
Send me an invoice, dickhead.
Oh, that's another one for the jar.
But it evolved into us actually saying bingo or a bingo word because we were joking about doing Cinephobe Bingo at one point that we hit pretty much every episode because of all the different things.
Well, yeah, because there was also a period where Mayes would just blurt it out. He would just blurt the word out. We're like, all right, man, we got to.
Mayes leads the league in like me and Zach trying to dance around the word, and Mayes just said, "It's this." I'm like, Jesus Christ! The whole point of us trying to be subtle about this.
Yeah, and he just Kool-Aid mans his way through the conversation.
Oh yeah!
Oh yeah! I have two guesses. So one would be Gigli, and the other guess I would have is the Fanatic. So, but I think that's been a later thing. I'm going to say the Fanatic.
No, by the time we got to the Fanatic, we had already established the concept of bingo words.
Had we?
It was already part of the lexicon, haven't we?
Ah, look, I'm a cinephobe.
Yeah, mesdames et messieurs. You actually had it right the first time, Zach.
Oh, it's Gigli?
It was Gigli.
I thought that was too soon for some reason.
Give us the etymology.
It has to be from Gigli because it went into high gear with Justin Bartha's character when he gets kidnapped from the institution. My other guess was Good Luck Chuck because I feel like it came up in that too, which was a couple episodes earlier. But if it wasn't established by Gigli, there's no way we got out of the Gigli episode without doing, is he a...
Yeah. Good Luck Chuck is almost like to me, it's almost like a stab in the dark because Dane Cook's in it. So it's like, clearly they hit some bingo words in that one.
And that friend is real problematic.
Who, Rob Corddry?
No, he's not in Good Luck Chuck.
No?
No. The short fat guy.
Who's the friend?
Balls of Fury.
Oh, my man, Balls of Fury. That's right. Yeah. All right. Next up, this one's an easy one. Zach, the term the bitch wife.
That's easy. That's Snake Eyes. 100%. That's my girl Carla Gugino being slandered by Amin for no reason because I just had someone was like, just watch San Andreas. Carla Gugino damn near saves the day. The idea that she's the bitch wife is insane to me, but Amin thinks that that's her character in every movie she plays. By the way, not her character in Snake Eyes.
Because she wasn't a wife. That's the only thing that stopped her from being the bitch wife.
She wasn't a bitch. She was trying to be a hero.
Okay. My favorite thing about this part of the spreadsheet, Zach.
That was the most dismissive thing Amin's ever said to me.
Okay.
It reminds me of when Gil in The Simpsons was a car salesman and he's about to sell Homer a car. And then like the slick salesman walks in like, I'll take it from here, Gil. It's like, oh no, but I need this. My wife's about to leave me and like I'm months late on my rent and I really need this. And the guy just looks at him, right this way, Mr. Simpson. By the way, Zach, my favorite part about this particular category on the spreadsheet is obviously we have a column for source of reference. You know, that's where we got the Mustafa from Austin Powers. We got the Starship song, We Built the City. Mm-hmm. Under this category, we have, as the source of reference, every Carla Gugino role.
Wow, that is... I don't like that.
This is 3 years before Spy Kids, which I guess was Carla's like big breakout hit.
Well, she was in Son-in-Law before this. Does that count?
Well, I'm just trying to remember when she became like front page name.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Spy Kids franchise is probably it. Also, she's in San Andreas. She might be the all-timer for me.
To me, she always plays like the bitch wife.
Oh, I don't know about that.
I don't think so.
American Gangster. She was fucking
that's what this is.
Russell Crowe's bitch wife.
Wow.
What? Oh.
We got a two American situation here.
We'll be unsuccessful. Frank, you can be unsuccessful and have friends. Successful and have enemies.
I don't think she always plays the bitch wife. I'm not going to go that far. No.
Yes, she does.
Next up is a tried and true favorite of this podcast, exposition.
Oh, Jesus.
I had never explained to Amin why Basil Exposition was named thusly until this episode, Zach. He'd never put the pieces together. That Basil Exposition was named Basil Exposition because he comes in and gives exposition. And now,
ever since then,
we use exposition in every single episode.
Yeah.
We have different categories of exposition. That's what I like.
We do.
Walk and talks position.
We have sex position.
News position.
With Arnold, we had flex position.
Yes, we did.
I think this took a while. I'm going to stab in the dark. I feel like there was a lot of weird exposition in 6 Underground. So I'm going to say 6 Underground.
Zach, you're so close.
Really?
You're very close.
You're very close.
Really? It's not that? Oh, my God.
It's not 6 Underground, but what is 6 Underground?
What kind of movie is 6 Underground?
File? The only thing I remember about that movie is there was a magnet scene. It's a magnet scene that I loved, and I don't even really remember what happened in the magnet scene. I know there was a ship involved. I don't know.
I thought Zach was going to say the only thing I remember of that movie is filing it.
What? It's an action movie.
Where did we watch it?
Our TVs.
Thanks, asshole.
What service?
Oh, Netflix.
Okay.
It was a Netflix movie.
Coffee and Cream?
Only 1 or 2 others that are Netflix only.
I don't remember any other Netflix movies.
Only I filed it.
That doesn't... Hot Rod.
Spencer Confidential.
Oh, fuck.
The origin of Basil Exposition.
Really?
Which, of course, is another Austin Powers reference.
I forgot that movie existed.
The Globe reporter,
Rafi
is explaining the casino is being built at the dog track Wonderland, says the corrupt magnate. He won't go public because the Wonderland Syndicate has enough money to bury whatever he's got. Cops and dirtbags are building the next big resort for degenerate gamblers.
Mark Maron is big time Basil Exposition in this scene. He's just chilling on this boat, unloading information.
How the fuck did he get a boat? You're a newspaper reporter.
Basil Expedition. Basil Exposition.
Basil Exposition is the greatest.
Austin, the test results confirm that you've lost your mojo, and it couldn't come at a worse time. We have evidence that Dr. Evil has developed a time machine and has traveled back to the year 1969. Luckily, we too have developed a time travel device to transport you back to the 60s. Now, this is where you input your destination.
Wait a sec. Basil,
If I travel back to 1969 and I was frozen in 1967, presumably I could go visit my frozen self. But if I'm still frozen in 1967, how could I have been unthawed in the 90s and traveled back to, oh no, I've gone cross-eyed?
I suggest you don't worry about this sort of thing and just enjoy yourself. That goes for you all.
That's the greatest character name ever, and I just got it right now. I'm telling you, Austin Powers came out in 1997. I've watched it a million times. I never picked up on the fact that Basil Exposition's name is Basil Exposition because his whole purpose.
He comes in and tells everybody what's going on.
Yeah, exactly.
And then he looks right in the camera and tells everyone, and you know it, now you know too.
Yes. I mean, what?
Today, March 21st, 2020 is the day I realized his name is Basil Exposition because all he exists for is for exposition.
The patois version of that is I was today years old when I learned what Basil Exposition means.
Yes. I just never put two and two together.
The next category is problematic.
Kangaroo Jack 2. Good day, USA.
No. Okay. That's why I have to start reading the hint to clarify. We've been saying things that are problematic for quite a long time, comma, mostly Amin, comma.
Yep, accurate.
But then Mayes was recently listening to the Bo Burnham Inside album, and he has this song on it. I'm problematic.
Oh, that was recent.
Coincidentally, it came around right as Amin was drunk as shit on this episode.
I mean, that narrows it down to about 40 of them.
We haven't had that drop for that long. That drop is still fairly new.
No, that's true. Man, when was Amin really drunk?
Hey, I'll give you a hint. I'm really drunk right now.
That doesn't help me. I assumed you were.
Have you ever noticed when I'm drunk, Zach?
Yes. Are you kidding me?
Is it noticeable to the audience, though?
I don't know, but it's noticeable to me because I know you.
Your voice has a trench coat and sunglasses on during the day.
And he sticks his dick
and then
out.
it's just flashing the audience during the night.
Yeah, fuck you. Suck my dick.
Low profile. No one knows anything.
I'll say Staying Alive.
Twas Blank Man.
Oh.
When he got extra problematic on that episode.
How is that even possible?
I'm problematic. He's a problem.
The next term on the list is poppycock.
Fanatic.
So Moose says poppycock in the Fanatic.
Oh, that's right.
And then I changed it to poppycock because they wouldn't stop talking about their daddy issues in what movie?
Oh.
This one's actually pretty easy. If you get past the whole Moose thing.
I'm fairly certain this happened during Affleck month. It's either Armageddon or Batman vs. Superman. There's a lot of poppy talk in Armageddon. There's a lot. That's all Bruce Willis was his poppy talk, you know? God damn it. But that makes me think that it's Batman. Batman vs. Superman. I don't like that answer. Armageddon. I'm going with Armageddon.
What's the final answer?
Armageddon's final answer. There's a lot of poppy talk in Armageddon.
You're so locked in. You're so close.
Yeah.
It was Batman versus Superman.
Oh, you had it. You had it.
Oh, my God. But there's so much poppy talk in Armageddon.
That's what warmed me up. You know, It's like that's what got the juices flowing. And then we went into Batman versus Superman.
We get some Lexposition about his dad.
And this is when I came up with a new cinephobe term because we love daddy issues. And so now it's known as poppy talk.
Poppy talk.
Ooh, I like poppy talk.
Poppy talk.
How about this one? Maybe you'll get this one.
Okay.
Obviously, ever since we started doing this and keeping a spreadsheet and keeping analytics, if you will, one of the things we start tracking is who are the guys that have the highest number of body counts on Cinephobe. And we call them repeat offenders.
Yes.
And whenever we have a repeat offender, we have the drop.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
Oh.
Which is from Brokeback Mountain, but I won't lie. For months, I thought it was from Troll 2.
What? What?
I really did.
That's the most famous line from Brokeback Mountain. How did you think that? Those are two opposite movies. One is like a beautifully made love story, and the other one is Troll 2.
It sounded so much like the dad when he said, "You don't piss on hospitality." I wish I knew how to quit you. And I was like, yeah, that's what it's from Charles Hill.
Thought he said to the kid, "You piss on hospitality. I wish I knew how to quit you."
Yeah, because he's in love with his kid, you know?
What?
He loves his kid. He loves his kid.
Oh, God.
So I don't know when we started doing repeat offenders. I could not figure that out.
Right.
But I do know the first time we used the clip.
I think that was this year.
Correct. It was from theme year.
I think it's Cage Month. I'm going to go Kiss of Death.
If I told you it's not Cage Month.
Oh, okay. So it's either Black History Month or...
What's that?
It's either Black History
Black Month, where Zach picks Soul Man.
I tried to pick Soul.
Where a white man wears blackface.
How do people still listen after that podcast?
No, it's crazy. We were so sure we were going to get canceled. We were like,
oh my
this
God,
is it,
I
guys.
thought we were going to get so much shit for that.
It was a hell of a run.
It was such a risk. It was such a risk for really not that funny of a joke.
Really? Honestly, I listen to our podcast all the time now, right?
Yeah.
If I've listened to the current one, I'll go back and listen to an old one, a random old one. Most of the time for movies that I don't remember.
So every single one of them?
No. I like some of these movies because I've seen before, I know, right? But some of them I don't remember at all. So I'll go back and listen to them because I want to hear it with the same ears of someone who hasn't seen the movie. Because we have so many listeners who say, hey, don't even watch the movies anymore. I just listen to you guys. So I listen to it and I'm like, how are we still on air?
It's crazy.
In this day and age?
Like growing.
That's what she said.
I think it was early in the year. So I think it's one of the first 3 months. I'll go, you know what? Action Jackson.
So the Batman and Robin episode was the introduction of the repeat offender.
Sorry, Zach.
Next up, you should get this one easily. Tony Medley.
Oh, yeah. That's the second one we did next.
Wow.
Easily. That's when we discovered Tony Medley. Yeah.
Yo, I'm pretty amazed that you knew exactly it was the second one. Like, I knew it would be one of like the first couple of ones, but second one, that's pretty good, Zach.
I remember trying to figure out a way to do some fun stuff with the reviews and and then I just remember that one being so crazy. And then it got me looking for Tony Medley every time.
Okay, so I got positive reviews. I got to send this one on Skype. Let me drop this one in the notes. Because you got to see the way the website looks.
Oh wow.
Okay. So here's a positive one. So it's from TonyMedley.com. This is what we're calling a review. TonyMedley.com. By the way, this was written by Tony Medley. Suffice it to say, I'm a big Time Warp movie fan, and this is a good one. Gave it an 8 out of 10. If you could describe the way this website looks, it kind of looks like a MySpace journal.
Oh, man, hold on. Why can't I find how to find the chat?
Yeah, the text is highlighted above the background. It looks like he's highlighted it.
Here's another note from TonyMedley.com. There are a lot of real locations that add to the romance of this film. The Grand Canyon in Arizona, the Port of Long Beach, Big Bear Lake, and Lake Arrowhead, where the mountain sequences were shot.
All right, so Zach, let me ask you this. Bonus credit here.
Okay.
Do you remember which episode we started putting the Tony Medley music on?
Ooh, that's a good question. Horrible Bosses 2.
Mace, is that right?
How are you going to ask a question and not know the answer?
Wait, nobody has the answer to that?
No.
We'll look it up later.
Look it up later?
We'll look it up later.
Unbelievable.
Get the fuck out of here.
Zach, next question. 20th century, bitch.
Somebody asked me this not too long ago. I know it was a movie in the 90s. It was like the most 90s movie. It was Last Action Hero. Because it was all kinds of 20th century bitch things in there.
Okay, ding, ding, ding.
Benedict is walking down the street. He turns down a hooker. He hears gunshots, and it's a guy getting killed for his shoes. They used to happen a lot in the 90s, didn't they?
Yeah. And then he says, take his shoes.
Yeah.
The confusion. It would be like if someone from today was transported back to the 90s. One of these sniveling little, people are bullying online. They used to kill people for shoes. You talk about like, they said mean things to me on Clubhouse. They used to kill people for shoes.
He realizes there are no screams and sirens after this killing, so he walks up to a mechanic.
By the way, do you know what I realized today?
What?
Today. That next year will mark the first year that there will be people who are old enough legally to buy alcohol who were born in the 21st century. And it led me to the next thing, which is that's going to be the new thing in like 5 years from now, is to tell motherfuckers I'm from the 20th century where we used to fucking get our ass kicked for just whatever it is. Just in order to prove that you are superior to these young, sniveling little children. Like, I'm from the 21st century where bullying meant a black eye and you were afraid to walk home the short way.
Yeah. These kids are soft, man.
21st century kids.
21st century kids, indeed.
20th century in the fucking house, bitch.
Yeah.
We rob you for your shoes. Kill you.
Just because we can.
Just because we can.
Yeah.
Bitch.
Yeah.
Trick ass bitch.
Do something about it.
Hoe ass bitch. Can you tell me what it was that triggered the 20th century bitch rant?
Oh, was it movie phone?
It's the joke you made in that episode.
Okay. It was the looking up movie times in papers, right? Because they were circling the shit.
Oh, he got it. He got it. Yes.
Yeah.
Amin started talking about how you had to look up movie times in the paper and got very aggressive about how soft people are these days.
Why would you get aggressive? Why would you get aggressive about that?
That's Maze's words. That's not my words.
Okay.
Do you guys remember when you had to look in the paper to find out movie times?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
That's some 20th century shit, bitch.
Okay.
Let me Google time. No. You have to go buy you need to buy a fucking newspaper and like scour for the title. Sometimes you wouldn't even see it because it would be hidden or it'd be a really small one because the studio didn't want to pay the big bucks to have a big kind of ad for it. And then you had to find which one was the theater closest to you. Oh, East 65th Street. No. Oh, let me look at this one. And then you looked at the times there. And that was how you knew. This is before you fuckers had apps and shit. You could just buy it on your phone and just walk in. Oops, scan my phone. No. 20th century, bitch. You had to go buy a paper just to have the right to find out what time the movie was playing. Back to you, Zach.
You've said 20th century bitch about 9 times in the last 4 minutes.
That's where I'm from. That's what I rep.
It's when you're from.
I still rep it.
Next up from the intro, you picked it, motherfucker.
Oh, this one I know.
It's in the intro. It's become the way we kick off the Phober filing of every film now.
It was a movie that I picked that I hated that might be the only movie I phobed that I picked. It's Good Luck, Chuck.
I mean, this one's, look, if there was one that was absolutely like in the bag, it was going to be this one. I actually laughed at those parts.
Wow.
And that's why I say I laughed at this more than I did at Hot Rod.
I have yet to laugh in this movie. I'll just tell you that.
You picked it, motherfucker. So just remember that. He said it. Obviously, that comes from Family Guy. When Peter is watching the movies in the theater, he's watching. My favorite one is like, these terrorists represent a clear and present danger to America. And then he does a couple more, like, and then the last one is like, I've got to stop this. I've got to be Superman 4. Peace on Earth or whatever it was.
Quest for Peace.
Oh, the Quest for
Superman
Peace.
Superman 4, Quest for Peace.
Yeah, I'm drunk.
Great. All right, he said it. Oh my God, there's no chance I am getting this.
Shout out to Family Guy, by the way. Shout out.
Is it Good Luck, Chuck? Also,
you think there's a scene in Good Luck, Chuck where like, Chuck, you're such good luck. You're a good luck, or do they say, hey, like, Chuck, I support you in what you're about to do. Good luck, Chuck.
Good luck, Chuck. They don't say good luck, Chuck.
Zach, I'm gonna give you another chance because that's
really
the worst.
Is that bad of a guess?
The worst guess ever. Good luck, comma, Chuck.
God, next thing it'd be like, no, they're saying Jupiter is ascending. I'll say hurricane heist. No, they don't say, hey, it's a hurricane heist.
We're gonna do a heist during a hurricane.
How is it
we'll call
dumber?
It a hurricane.
The ones that they don't say that all the ones that they do say.
The thing that you want to do in a hurricane. Heist?
Final answer. Wild Wild West.
Nope.
Nope. Wait, hold on. Yo, you got Where is Arliss Lovelace? He's in the West.
He's in the Wild Wild West, of course.
The Wild Wild West. Zach, the answer is Never Back Down.
I was watching that the other day.
While Amistad is training them, at some point he's
Gentleman
like just,
from Amistad.
Yeah, he's just yelling stuff, and then he yells, "Never back down!" And all I could think of was the Family Guy episode where Peter gets excited every time they see the title of the movie in the movie.
Boy, I usually only get this excited when they say the title of a movie in the movie.
I'm telling you, these drug dealers represent a clear and present danger to the United States.
He said it. He said it.
All I'm saying is, what if this is as good as it gets?
There it is. There it is.
The only way for me to solve this crisis is to be Superman 4, The Quest for Peace.
Oh, that's why they call it that.
When I said I watched Never Back Down the other day, I turned it on Netflix and I just went to the part where Soulja Boy plays. I watched it from there to the end of the movie.
You missed the dental dam scene, huh?
I missed the dental dam.
I was reminded of that the other day. I'm like, oh, that's right. What a great episode. Never Back Down might be like the episode where thing like it changed, right? Like, isn't that where the episode where the pod really took off?
No.
Is it?
Isn't it?
No, it's Swordfish.
Swordfish is where it took off. Okay. All right. Mesdames et messieurs.
Yeah, Swordfish was a banger.
Next up, speed is everything.
Oh.
This is where Amin didn't know what a power bottom was when two characters are hooking up, and then you and Amin just started saying speed is everything to each other all the time, which is actually messing up the line.
It's not the right line.
Speed has everything to do with it, which is the power bottom monologue from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Million Ways to Die in the West.
You thought two people were having gay sex?
Aren't there two gay men in that?
Million Ways to Die in the West?
Yeah, they're making all kinds of crass jokes.
Lots of gay sex in that movie, yeah.
I know it's not After Earth. He hasn't fucked that bird once.
He ghosted him. That's what he did.
I'm not the coward, you're the coward.
No, sir. It is Wet Hot American Summer when Bradley Cooper and Michael Ian Black are getting it on in the tool shed.
Bradley Cooper and McKinley are getting naked. They start making out, and now they are straight up fucking in that shed.
Bradley Cooper is a power bottom?
Yes, 100%.
What's the difference between a bottom and a power bottom?
Don't worry, Amin. I'll clip in the Always Sunny part that explains all of this.
Find out in a couple of weeks.
You'll find out in like a month.
What's a power bottom?
A power bottom is a bottom that is capable of receiving an enormous amount of power. Actually, Mac, you got it backwards. You see, a power bottom is actually generating all the power by doing most of the work.
Does the power have to do with the size or the strength of the bottom?
Now, Dennis, I've heard that speed has something to do with it. Speed has everything to do with it. You see, the speed of the bottom informs the top how much pressure he's supposed to apply. Speed's the name of the game. Right, buddy?
But also the clip comes from obviously the scene in Always Sunny in Philadelphia where they're at.
Said it already.
Okay, all right, I'm drunk.
Listening is everything.
Earlier today on NBA Radio, we were talking about LaMarcus Aldridge maybe going to the Nets. I said, well, you know, they picked up Paul Millsap. That was reported this morning. They might get Aldridge. DeAndre Jordan's probably going to release. Mean, what do you feel about it? He said, well, don't forget, they picked up Paul Millsap, too. We can't forget to say that.
No.
That's 100%. It was the first fucking thing I said.
Fucking
about,
liar.
No, that's not a lie.
Liar. You are a fucking liar.
855 would be a jump if you agree with me.
Call in right now. No, you had a whole soliloquy about how awesome Blake Griffin was. It went for hours, and I literally forgot that he started with Paul Millsap got signed.
No.
And then Blake Griffin. Oh my God, Blake Griffin. Blake Griffin.
Even though it sounded like you had your microphone in your mouth when you started off the show.
I did have my microphone.
And Steve Martin is a prop comic.
Should we put that on the list? I don't know.
No, that's not ours.
That's somebody else's intellectual property right there.
Okay.
Yeah, why don't we put You're My Brother on there too? All right. While we're at it. Stupidity.
Well, we learned that comes from Passenger 57, so.
Yo, I'm going to tell you one thing, man. The pod episodes may not come out better when I'm drunk, but they're way more fun to record when I'm drunk.
For you.
No. I'm going to tell you right now. When I listen to the old episodes where, like, I'm super sober, I'm like, yo, like, I'm funny, man. I'm really funny. This is pretty good.
Sometimes.
And then, like, I listen to the later episodes and I'm like, okay, I'm kind of funny, but also, like, funny and, like, haha, laugh at that drunk guy, not haha, laugh at what that drunk guy said, right?
That's the frustrating thing for me is when people are like, oh, Drunk Amin is so great. You get some of these jackass listeners to say, oh, Drunk Amin's so great.
They're not jackasses.
You know why he's so great in those episodes?
Why?
Because I'm fucking steering this ship and Mayes is editing it to make it sound good.
He's also saying ridiculously funny things. That too.
No, you're saying bingo word things that we have to then turn into something funny.
Yo, you just lied. You just acted like I'm out here when I'm drunk talking about, hey, yo,
whoa,
yo,
whoa.
Why don't you really a little friend go on and fucking like you acting like that's what I say. I don't say that shit.
Whoa. Whoa.
I'm not saying
You do say that. That's it. You say that sober.
And here comes the Rick James. I didn't stomp on nobody's couches. Yeah, stomped on their couch.
Next category. If you have a submission, submit it.
Oh, this is when you did the intro, right?
That's correct. When Amin tried to do the intro instead of Zach. I think Amin was drunk on that day too. In fact, I'm pretty sure Amin was drunk because I didn't know what the reference was. All right, what's the deal here?
Was it a day that ends in Y?
These are just words.
So that was an episode that I definitely was pissed off. I remember that. I think that's why you did the intro.
That's every episode.
No, but I think I was especially mad at you. So what did you pick that made me mad at you?
That's every episode. That's every episode.
I was mad at Mayes. Maybe it was Hot Rod? No, it's not Hot. That's way too far.
You were absolutely right in the idea that you were mad at one of the two of us.
Oh, so maybe it's Cats? Maybe it's Cats?
I'm off now. There you go.
It's either Cats or RIPD. I think those are the two ones I've been the most mad at. Oh, you picked it, motherfucker. You picked RIPD, so it's got to be RIPD.
Yeah. Welcome to Cinephobe, the podcast where we review movies that you think you don't like, but you might actually like. I'm Amin Hassan. That's Zach Harper. That's Anthony Mayes. As a reminder, if you're going to submit a submission, make sure that the Rotten Tomatoes score is below 40% on either the critics or audience score. This week, we review the 2000 and something movie, R.I.P.D., starring Ryan Reynolds and the guy from The Big Lebowski.
This aggression will not stand, man.
All right. Welcome to Cinephobe, the podcast where we break down the movies you're afraid to admit you love.
We're going to do it all over? Shit.
I'm Zach Harper. That's Amin Hassan. That's Anthony Mayes. If you have a submission, just a reminder, it needs to be 40% or lower on Rotten Tomatoes for the audience or critic score. This week on Cinephobe, we watched the 2013 action-adventure comedy, R.I.P.D.
That's right. You do say the genre of the movie.
I do, yeah. I also don't say, if you have a submission, submit it.
Next up, pretty straightforward. This isn't even really going to be a guess, but McCavity misogyny.
Oh, Cats. That's easy. Wait. McCavity is definitely Cats.
It was like the next episode after that.
McCavity!
Cats started the McCavity thing, and then right after Cats, Amin probably said something problematic in Drillbit Taylor. Maybe a little misogynistic. Or maybe it was The Fan, or maybe it was Last Action Hero, maybe it was all of the above.
I feel like you guys are just like piling on right now.
What?
I don't say misogynistic things every fucking episode.
Take it easy, champ. Why don't you stop talking for a while?
I feel like you're just a piece of shit. And you're trying to like pull it on me, but it's okay.
Me being a piece of shit has nothing to do with your misogyny.
Well, Zach, that brings us to our next category.
Wow.
The Owen Wilson Wow.
Oh.
There's the Owen Wilson Wow Supercut on YouTube. And we started doing that anytime any of us said wow, which apparently, here's the thing I want to reveal to the audience. We don't do this shit on purpose. Me and Zach and even Mayes, like, when we say wow, we're really reacting to what was just said. Like, wow, really? Like that?
Yeah.
But Mayes will go back and pick up on any wow and put in the
wow.
Owen Wilson wow. Wow.
Hall pass, right?
Final answer?
Yeah, hall pass.
Drillbit Taylor.
Oh, you just mentioned Drillbit Taylor. God damn it.
So I actually messed it up. It's not Drillbit Taylor. The first time the Owen Wilson wow is used is in the Movie 43 podcast for absolutely no reason other than these are some particularly wowie wows.
But it's going to be a thumbs down for me.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Wow. That is the upset of this podcast.
Next up, the train trip, the Cinephobe marathon. Stream it live and watch a bunch of shitty movies until one of us kills the other ones.
Not stream it live.
So what episode did Amin share that I wrote wanted and he corrected me to once to take a train and watch bad movies the entire time and film it? He's romanticized the idea of train travel.
Mayes wrote wanted, and I literally put a correction in there. I didn't erase what he wrote. I just put a correction next to it and said wants.
The dream is still alive.
So we've had a couple of train movies. We had Money Train.
File.
We've had Wild Wild West. We've had
File.
A Million Ways to Die in the West.
File. Oh, my files. I love trains. I love movies with trains. How about that?
I bet you do.
That sounded just like, I love clones. I love clones on trains.
I'm torn between A Million Ways to Die in the West and Wild Wild West because I think Money Train was too late. So I'm going to say, because they're on a train for a long time. I'll say Wild Wild West.
Yes, indeed.
I miss train travel.
You miss train travel? What's the last time you were on a train?
No, I mean, I've been on Amtrak a couple of times, but that's like, I don't miss it as in like, I miss me doing it. Like the idea of like having sleeper cars and like, you know, I feel like that was something that we never got as a chance to experience much here in this country, and I wish it were.
Well, Europe is still holding it down for the trains. Still the best way to get around Europe.
Asia has it too, right?
But these are all like very short trains, like an hour, 2 hour ride or whatever. I'm talking about like, give me a nice 12-hour travel, and I have to have a sleeper car where I'm going to have bed, and they're going to serve me a meal and stuff like. I know they still have it. So there's some Amtrak routes with it. I've thought about many a time of I
will pay to have you take a 12-hour train ride.
Dude,
and I want to know.
And then we'll get the immediate reaction, and it'll be like, man, why do we still have trains?
Let me say this right now, Zach. I've tried to plan it out before LA to New Orleans because I know that's one of the routes. If you'll pay for it, I'll do it.
You know what? I'll ride it with you.
Let's do it. We do a special Cinephobe episode, Cinephobe marathon.
Yeah.
I'm with it. I'm dead serious.
I'm serious too. I'll do it. Can we fly back?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. I'm in. I'm not taking the motherfucker back.
I don't know if you guys want to add watching terrible movies to that trip. It might.
No, I think we have to.
You got to.
Right?
We got to sponsor.
We got to find a way to. Yeah, we got to find a way to get sponsored.
All right, fuck it. I'm in, guys. I'm in.
To Twitch it. Absolutely. The three of us on a train from LA to New Orleans.
45 hours.
What could go wrong?
Next category. Same note too, bro. Here's the hint. Amin was amazed that he and Zach had written the same thing. And then Zach mocked him with a surfer voice. And now that's what we do all the time. And now there's a same note too, baby.
Why did I use a surfer voice?
That just looks high out of his mind. Honest to God, when I read the description, I was shocked to find out that same note too was not like a reference to a movie that we actually did. It was just Zach being an asshole of himself and nothing else.
Oh, I'm never going to get this one.
For the audience, Zach, why do we have a same note too, baby?
That's the kid in one. It sounds like we had a child.
Same note too, baby.
That's the kid from Look Who's Talking To, the fucking surfer kid. He's talking. He's like, whoa. That kid's high out of his mind. Just sitting in that stroller looking stupid. What a stupid baby.
What?
A stupid fucking looking kid. Jesus. I mean, you got to come up for air when you're going down. Molly's walking the kids. There's a blonde kid in a stroller.
That's not a blonde kid. That's the same note too, baby.
Too, bro.
Yeah. I think he's a surfer in New York City.
This high-ass kid.
Oh, my God.
He might be my golden dumpster.
Is the blonde kid high? Same note too, bro.
The clue for the answer was that the same note too, bro, came from a movie that you've already given it as an answer.
Oh. R.I.P.D.
It's Drillbit Taylor somehow.
Oh.
So for all those out there who've avoided the Drillbit Taylor episode for whatever reason, there's some classic moments in that one.
Yeah, there's some good stuff there.
I was super pissed off. I remember that.
I thought chlamydia was the clap.
That's what I thought too.
She sounded way too excited to agree with me on
Well,
that.
because I had the same thought. No, you know what? When we have like the same note, you're like, Zach, holy shit, bro, I had the same note too. Like, you know, when you go into like surfer mode.
I'm Australian now.
Next up, acting one's ass off. This is a cinephobe staple.
This is like a foundational block right here.
And this is a quote from Zach.
This had to have been pretty early on.
And you use it very early. Well, long before we had the award and before we even came up with acting your ass on. Acting your ass off has been around forever.
Is it stupid to assume that I was talking about Nicolas Cage? Because that's immediately where my mind went. Or maybe Travolta. Maybe I was talking Travolta.
Stupid is as stupid does.
Oh, okay. So it is Nick Cage. Oh, I mean, he acts his ass off in Next. He acts his ass off in Wicker Man. He acts his ass off in Knowing. He acts his ass off in Ghost Rider when he was going through it. Oh my God.
I can't wait for Mayes to read the hint. The clue is so funny.
I mean, the first Nick Cage movie we did was Next, and I would have said it, but you know what? I'm gonna say Wicker Man.
It was Knowing.
Oh man,
Mayes, read the clip.
Zach, this is where I wrote. A group of them appears. A ship comes out of the sky. Cage drops to his knees and acts his ass off.
Dude.
Because I do think this is good acting. I think he brings it in this scene.
He does. He acts his ass off. He looks like he's seen the apocalypse before his eyes. He has never seen anything like this. He's been watching these fucking little smooth stones and his stupid little kid and that dumb little girl who's been scratching everything and writing these numbers down. And everything comes to this culmination of like, holy shit, we're not alone. This is actually real. He acts his ass off.
This is where I wrote, a group of them appears, a ship comes out of the sky, Cage drops to his knees and acts his ass off. Because I do think this is good acting. I think he brings it in this scene.
The line that I love in that description is, because I...
Because I do. What I put, because I do believe it.
I do think this is great acting.
Jesus. Sounds like a baby getting put down for a nap.
Sounds like a baby being put down out of its misery.
I'm so sweaty right now. Yo. Zach, from the intro of our show, you exclaim, "What story? What story? What are you talking about? What's that from?"
I know this because I actually listened to this a couple weeks ago. That's Showgirls. I do know that.
Yep.
It didn't need to be NC-17. They could have made
it. Didn't?
Like it really didn't. It
I don't
really
know, man.
didn't.
I'm with Paul Verhoeven. You don't make this movie if it's not NC-17.
I don't know how it was like necessary to the story, though.
What story? What story? What are you talking about?
You didn't recognize All About Eve, Zach?
What are you talking about? Where? I mean, what?
Next up, this one is another one that's been around for a long time, but we've only started commenting on it recently. I believe we started commenting on it.
No.
Or some shit. I don't know, Zach. When's the first time you said or some shit? I don't know.
I'll go with Jupiter Ascending because I remember that's the first one we did that was super long that I just could not believe like how mundane everything was.
Just like bees, Zach, you can't lie or some shit. I don't know. It is Jupiter Ascending.
I'll be honest with you guys. I ran out of notes at this point. I was just like, I'm just gonna sit through the rest of this. Another meaningless space fight, by the way, happens.
Yeah, I wrote. Well, yeah, I wrote that at this point. I wrote they're going to war or some shit. I don't know.
Like, what are these Warhammer? I don't know.
But when do you think we started commenting on it?
Oh fuck. R.I.P.D.
Close.
I believe it was Batman versus Superman.
Oh,
because that movie was long. So you got into the or some shit. I think
I did that like 9 times in that movie.
9 times.
9 times.
I mean,
next. No wait, I did what story? That's your time. You're next.
We just did.
We just did or some shit.
Oh, we did.
Oh my God. What the fuck? We just talked about it.
Okay, here we go.
You commented on it.
When I said his name, it sounded like he was like, "Oh shit!" Like ran across the room and like grabbed the mic. Am I saying something?
I'm sweating.
Zach. All right, here we go. The term is zero cheeks.
Oh.
We got some complex history to this one as well.
Amin was surprised by Elizabeth Berkley's cheeks quality in Showgirls.
Yeah.
Said that a woman in Hall Pass and Selma Blair in Mom and Dad had zero cheeks.
No. Said they had no ass.
Had no ass.
Okay.
But in Kiss of Death,
you're
blank.
I'm cutting you off.
Did you just give it away?
You're not doing this anymore.
I was confused. I'm sorry. You threw me off. I knew what I was going to do here.
Kiss of Death? Helen Hunt?
Helen Hunt inspired this just somber, morose monologue from him.
I hate you guys.
We've got Catherine Herbe and we've got Helen Hunt feeding a child, talking about Helen heading back to school.
Hold on. Let me just say this right now. And I know this comes on the heels of my self-discovery that I am perhaps a misogynist on this show.
Perhaps.
But the note was zero cheeks in this scene. I mean, good Lord. Just straight shoulder blades all the way down to calves. One straight line. What was going on in the 90s? No squats. Nothing. No leg lifts. Give me a hamstring. Something. It was just like they grabbed a plank of wood and said, I better not feel any resistance as I push this against your lower back. It's got to be.
Mayes, what do we do here?
So did you discover you were a misogynist by listening to an old episode or from like taking the notes in this episode?
Or are you from the future and you've heard this episode and now you're like, whoa, you know what?
That would be an advanced future callback, I mean.
Future callback, baby.
The futurist of callbacks.
Also from the past, though, with my sentiments. Zero cheeks in this scene. It was the all that whole monologue right there, not written. All I got was in my phone, and I knew the rest. Zero cheeks in this scene. I hate you guys because I had a nice rhythm going, and you're like, no,
hate us. You just gave me the answer.
Oh shit!
All right, future callback. So there was a point in the show, Zach, where we recorded a number of episodes far in advance of when they would come out.
Yeah.
And Amin referenced an episode that was a full 2 to 3 weeks before that episode was released.
Yes.
And that's when future callback was invented.
Oh, man.
Do you remember what episode that was?
I sure don't. Can I ask if it's been an answer already?
It has not been an answer already.
I'll say Gotti.
It was a movie that we recorded and put out quickly. We recorded the one before it, and then we recorded this one. But the one we recorded after came out first because it was time sensitive.
It was time sensitive. Gemini Man? Gemini Man.
Let me say this. Let me put it this way.
Okay.
Another hint. It was time sensitive for a reason.
That's what time sensitive means.
Why wouldn't it be for a reason? What the fuck's time? If there was no reason, then there's no sensitivity to said time.
How do you fall off a cliff so fast?
Drinking continuously.
Can you drink some water or coffee?
15 minutes ago, you were doing a great job.
I'm going to stick with Gotti.
It's the Departed episode. It was an April Fool's episode with Adnan, so we had to like turn around and quickly get it out for April Fool's. And then the Hall Pass episode would come out a couple weeks later.
She takes off her pants, and then he moves to take off her panties. You know what she does, boys?
The arch?
Arch. And I was like, boy. Unfortunately, listeners of this podcast will not know what we're talking about. But in the future,
Cinephobe in like a month.
I like a future callback. I like it.
Yeah, it's a future callback.
Tony Medley's a fan of Time Warp movies, and we're a fan of Time Warp podcasts.
Exactly.
You ever say something and then you see the words come out your mouth like, no, and you try to grab it and catch it, but it's too late?
Sounds like a fucked up form of synesthesia.
Me neither. What? Cinephobe? Easy, Mayes. Or I don't like when he leans into it. The Mayes is a pedopod joke started in blank. When I said blank, wasn't blank. And then blank, 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 blank. Easy, Maze. I don't like when he leans into it, Zach.
Weren't you oddly attracted to the ginger in Problem Child? I'll say Problem Child. I don't know if that's right, but I just remember you being very, I don't know, defensive about how ugly I thought this kid was.
First of all, correct him, Mundo.
Yeah.
Second of all,
on the movie,
the notice.
Objection, Your Honor. Leading the witness.
The note is the Maze is a pedophile joke started in Problem Child when Maze, I'm replacing the I with Maze, said the Problem Child wasn't ginger enough and then sent a picture to the group chat of a ginger kid. And Amin, instead of admitting he was wrong, quickly diverted the conversation into slander and accused Maze, replacing me for Maze, of keeping pictures of children on my phone. And the best part is multiple timestamps from Problem Child.
All right, this is going to be kind of fucked up, but like, kid's ugly as hell, right? He's ugly as hell. He can't act, and he has a horrible voice.
And he's got an aggressive bowl cut.
Oh my God, that haircut.
The poster made it seem like he was going to be more ginger than he was. He wasn't even very ginger at all.
He is very ginger. He's very ginger.
No, he's not. They could have gone more ginger.
More?
Absolutely. His hair's not even light. He doesn't have freckles. He does not look like a demonic ginger kid, which is kind of what I thought we were getting. I would have been more in.
He absolutely is a demonic. What are you talking about, Maze?
This is a recurring theme. He's not ginger enough.
Maybe there's something wrong with your TV. I'm going Game of Thrones.
The kid's a snap at this point. He's so ginger. Ginger snap. You know what that means? Is that a cookie?
His hair is more brown than it is red.
No,
is it?
No, it's not. Maze, you need a new TV, man.
They touched it up for like these photos. I'm telling you, this is a brown-haired kid.
I'm pointing to like there's a difference in screens.
I'll pull it up on this screen right now. What do you want?
He's got freckles. He does have freckles.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you.
It's a little tough too because he's wearing a red shirt. Never dress a ginger kid in a red shirt. Gotta throw off the color balance. He does look kind of brown here though, hair-wise, obviously.
In the movie?
Gets pale as fuck. No, I'm just saying in this picture.
The cover had me expecting a full-on demon ginger child, and I was disappointed.
What was this second pick, Maze?
That's another child actor. It's a modern child actor.
What has he been in? Like, where are you finding?
He's in Santa Claus 3.
Yo, now this kid is a... This kid's a ginger.
He's in The Animal.
I gotta ask.
He's in The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody.
Do we have a Jared Fogle thing going on here?
Ask if it's a fetish?
Like, no, he's got pictures of this kid.
I'm pretty sure he just Googled those, right?
Oh, yeah, right.
Jesus Christ.
I just want to separate the company.
My best friend is a ginger.
Oh, that's a likely tale. Tell it to Chris Hansen, buddy.
How old is he?
Yeah.
He's my age, Zach.
This is the part where Maze tells us, hey, like, he's the exact same age as I am. By the way, my birthday is on February 29th.
Next up is the Frank Diddling Kid song from Always Sunny in Philadelphia, which I started using whenever you guys made those jokes. I don't remember exactly what episode.
We gotta definitely write a song about how we do not diddle kids. Do not diddle kids, it's no good diddling kids.
There is no quicker way for people to think that you are diddling kids than by writing a song about it.
You gotta write a song that says, ooh, I wouldn't do it with anybody younger than my daughter. No little kids, gotta be big, older than my wife, younger than my daughter, something like that.
The next one is Cuck O'Leary, Zach.
Cuck O'Leary.
Which episode did you misspell the reviewer Chuck O'Leary's name?
Oh, when did I do it?
Yeah, when did you say Cuck O'Leary instead of Chuck O'Leary?
That's a great question.
When was Cuck O'Leary born?
It was relatively recently because this was like not that long ago. I'm gonna say, look who's talking to. Yeah, look who's talking to.
Very close. It was Travolta month. Staying Alive.
Oh, I think I had a typo here. I wrote Cuck O'Leary of FullViewDriveIn.com. I think it's Chuck O'Leary, not Cuck O'Leary. All right.
I love that your iPhone is like, no, guys.
I do it on the computer. I don't do it on my iPhone.
He means cock. He'll use that word a lot.
He's typed cuck enough to know, like, he means Cuck O'Leary right now.
Trust me, no. He never says Chuck.
He's into Irish cucks.
Oh, what you fuck my wife? Is that racist?
Yeah, it sure was.
Imagine the Lucky Charms leprechaun watching his wife get plowed by a black guy.
And then this is Amin's favorite description.
Then Cuck O'Leary became a running bit for an Irish cuckold. Then he manifested in this movie and became a Cinephobe legend.
I love the idea that this scene didn't exist in the movie before we altered the universe with my typo.
Motherfucker was in the ether, and then all of a sudden became a real person. He became a real boy like Pinocchio.
That was What Men Want. I'll remember that forever. That's the only thing I remember about that movie. That and Karl Anthony Towns being terrible in it.
All right. Oh, this is another easy one. Soundtrack exposition. Mean points out that these types of movies like to use pop music interludes to provide exposition for a scene.
That was also What Men Want, right?
There you go. Attaboy.
Next, Zach is a Scientologist. It's where we accuse Zach of being a Scientologist.
Yeah, what the fuck is that? That had to have been After Earth.
Oh, did it?
Didn't it?
It was an Earth.
Welcome to Dianetics.
But at the same time, they're having real debates about like labor costs and proper working conditions. And I wrote, is this movie pro-union? Is Scientology pro-union? Like, I don't know anything about this world.
Zach converts by the end of the movie.
I need to know more. After it was a battle, or after it was Earth, what was it?
Battlefield Earth?
Now who's a drunk motherfucker?
You, still.
You stupid bitch.
I thought you were going to say now who's the bingo word.
It makes me wonder about Scientology. I know he says there's no evidence of Scientology. It makes me wonder.
I told you he converted. I knew it.
I've walked by Scientology places before. When I lived in Miami, when I lived in Coral Gables, there was a small place, and I always wondered if I walked in, like, what would happen if I just asked for some literature?
Would you meet a woman?
I don't know. Like, I drive by all the time. Female leverage. I feel like I drive by these amazing structures in LA all the time because they're everywhere. These Scientology centers. There's one 3 blocks from me. Like, it makes me wonder what's going on.
All right. Tension? / Amin's biggest reaches to find it. Whenever there's a perceived sexual tension between characters or indeed even objects, what movie started this? The idea of like Amin perceiving tension between characters.
The one that sticks out in my mind is the one that I still am so disturbed by, where you thought the sister wanted to fuck the little brother. Was that? Well, wait, was that Troll 2 or was that? No, it wasn't Troll 2. I don't think you thought the siblings wanted to bang in that one. I think it was.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
What?
You know, because you said Troll 2. I just thought about the quote that I thought was.
That's not it. Yeah.
I'll just say Teen Witch because that's the one that where you thought the kid was eating chocolate and the sister wanted to bang him because of it or something like that.
Amin thought a brother and sister had tension. It's from Teen Witch.
They go outside to have a talk. He says, "Can I come over to your house?" And she says, "I have a little brother. I know about men."
What does that mean?
It means that I think we know why little Richie is acting so erratically.
Oh no.
Oh yeah. When he gets out of the tub, he says, "Get off me, you pervert."
Yeah.
And that's how I knew she's been molesting her little brother for years.
What? Oh my God.
That's why he's like that. She wasn't mad that he was under the bed. She was mad that he wasn't in the bed.
Maze, what do we do here?
You don't sense the sexual tension between the two of them? All right.
Do I sense the sexual tension between a 16-year-old girl and her 11-year-old brother in this movie? No, I do not.
I didn't write the movie, Zach.
Maze, this is just you and me talking here. Amin's so horny for there to be sexual tension in these movies.
I'm not horny for it at all.
Please, I'm talking to my friend Maze here. Okay, please just give me a second.
Is that what he is now?
Now you're finding sexual tension here?
Hey, I didn't write the movie, Zach. I didn't write this dialogue either.
That's the first time?
That's the most memorable one to me. And then it became a regular thing. And then we started doing the Eastbound and Down outtakes drop with Will Ferrell, starting with the Eraser episode featuring our guest, Juju Gotti.
Really?
Can you feel the tension in the air right now? I know I can. I can feel it all the way down in my plums, getting all swollen with a light blue hue to them, fresh and juicy, ready for the picking. All the school children are lining up to put them in the sack lunches. Hey, that plum looks good. Can I trade it for your Twinkie? No, these are my plums. I want to bite into that plum and let the juice spill down my chin. You know what I mean? All the while.
Next up is name one, name two. Oh, whenever you ask someone to name one instance of what would appear to be an extremely rare incident and then they successfully do it, follow up with a demand for a second example.
I watch this movie like every 3 weeks. Horrible Bosses 2.
Okay, this one is a very recognizable conversation. You're going to remember it very clearly, Zach,
Okay.
but can you remember which episode it happened in? 2 can play that game, you piece of shit. The info is Amin thought a clearly photoshopped tweet attributed to Avengers director Joss Whedon was real. In the fake tweet, a reply to a real tweet by Justice League director Zack Snyder featuring Batman performing oral sex on Catwoman, quote unquote, Whedon posts a picture of the Hulk absolutely railing Black Widow and accompanies with a caption saying, quote, two can play this game, you piece of shit, unquote. Let me just point out right now that up until the point where I said, post a picture of the Hulk absolutely railing Black Widow, I really thought Mayes had written this caption. Then I realized, nope, it was me. What episode did that happen in?
So I remember it from because I did that. I put that video together for Instagram, and at the end of it, at the end of it, there's a shot of David Hasselhoff as Nick Fury. So I'm gonna say Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yes, indeed.
Two can play that game, you piece of shit.
I like what happened here is that Amin started writing these descriptions in the third person because he was trying to write them like I wrote them earlier in the sheet.
Guys, this Zack Snyder thing has escalated because Joss Whedon, who we know him as a guy who directed Avengers, Age of Ultron, as well as some other Marvel movies.
Didn't he have some shitty things happen or something?
Well, let me tell you something. There's some shitty things happening right here because
Oh.
he quote tweeted Zack Snyder's canon pick with the Hulk. I don't know how else to say this. Absolutely railing some woman from the back.
What?
Face down, ass up. That's the way we like to fuck.
Where is this?
All right.
Because I'm not seeing it on his Twitter.
What Twitter are you looking at, Amin?
Yeah.
Did the internet fool me?
Are you too soon? I think the internet fooled you. I think the internet fooled you. This is not real.
Now that I read,
text doesn't even look real.
Did you read the
text?
Dude can play this game, you piece of shit. This is some fucking Pornhub anime porn. It's not real.
What did you say to start this off? Like, things have changed? New shit has come to light.
Oh my god. I wish I'd read the caption. I wish I'd read the caption first. Oh. I'm sweating.
Oh my
I'm sweating.
I'm gonna piss myself. Oh my god. I'll have what she's having.
Next up, film noir.
Oh, I mean, come on. That's Poison Rose, baby.
Maze, read the definition. Again, this is for the fan. It's not just for Zach.
Anytime a movie has a pretty ridiculous twist inspired by the ridiculous number of twists in Poison Rose.
Also, a twist in that show called a file noir.
Is that what you call it?
A phobe noir.
It's called phobe noir?
Yeah, let's call it phobe noir.
Is it?
Isn't it?
Welcome to Cinephobe. Zach, anytime anyone asks a question, someone else asks the opposite, and the original guy says, "Welcome to Cinephobe."
Oh, are we?
This originated when in an early episode, Zach said, "Is it?" And Amin said, "Isn't it?" Coincidentally, at the same exact time, ladies and gentlemen, I cannot stress enough. There was an absolute coincidence. We said at the same exact time.
Yeah.
And we repeated ourselves over and over. Zach, what movie was that?
First of all, I'm so dumb. You started explaining. I was like, I know what the fuck it is. Why are you like, we just did it.
Are you drunk right now?
No, I'm completely sober.
That's the best podcasting he's done all night. He even fooled you. Film noir.
Film noir.
I'm a little high.
See, that's what no one ever talks about. That these motherfuckers do all this shit high.
Mm-hmm.
But I have a sip, and all of a sudden, it's chaos.
See, because here's the whole deal. You show up high on the first day, no one ever knows.
Good point.
Exactly.
That's a good point.
Is it, isn't it? That was from Swordfish, right? Isn't it there's a whole part of like, they're making shit up? I think it was all part of that. So I'll say Swordfish.
Ooh, sorry, buddy. That was from Geely.
Geely, another classic episode. Go back in the archives and check it out.
Your picks have been horrible, man.
It's the point. That's the point of the show.
Isn't it?
Isn't it? It's possible. I don't understand what this podcast is about.
I thought it was the movies that you are ashamed to say that you love, not the movies that you can't stand, and then so want to inflict pain on other people. I thought the whole point of this was we're gonna pick movies that are critically panned and called terrible, but actually, if you actually watched it, you liked it. There's actually not that bad. And somewhere along the way, we just became into terrible movies.
Yeah, it has become sort of a torture voyeurism for me.
Zach, fear not. Maze has an opportunity for you to redeem yourself, and this one's a real easy redemption.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, mesdames and messieurs, welcome to Cinephobe.
Future Spore.
I can't wait for that to become the new staple.
Oh, my God.
Oh, when we get a new one, that's always exciting.
Yeah.
Another easy one, another layup for Zach Harper, but maybe not for you new listeners. Spaghetti lasagna. Whenever any character has a ridiculously stereotypical Italian name. Coined by Zach during the blank episode when the crime boss's name was revealed to be blank blank.
What the fuck was it? Was like Primo something. It was like Primo like Primo Spaghetti or something. I don't know what it was.
What's the movie, Zach?
It's Smoking Aces. Primo Speranza. Why didn't they just name him Spaghetti Lasagna? Like, what a fucking lazy ass. Here, we need a really Italian name.
Oh, they should have called him Carmine. Italians really don't get a fair shake in these movies, man.
FBI surveillance outside of the Spaghetti Lasagna home. It's going to be a running theme.
Oh, yes. Bonus points if you can reveal the British version, both the name and the movie it came from.
Oh, Haggis Mary Crumpet came from Future Spore.
Damn. Pew, pew, pew.
Women be shopping.
Oh.
I don't actually know what movie this started in, but the description is a callback to 90s stand-up comedians that all focused on observational humor about the differences between sexes, genders, etc. Usually used when a woman is depicted shopping, but it has expanded to any scenario where there is the initial B, e.g. review by Warren B. Reviewing. Or anytime women are doing something stereotypically sexist.
Anything.
Women be doing anything, yeah.
Women be doing their taxes, and look who's talking too.
All right, so the concept of quote-unquote advanced scouting. When Amin gets bored, he watches porn. Not to jerk off to, mind you, but in order to have it queued up for later when he actually wants to jerk off. What movie did that occur in?
Oh, God. I know you weren't happy watching it. It makes me want to say After Earth, but I don't think it was that.
Okay, so this is right in the heart of I've stopped taking notes.
What?
And I started watching porn.
Wow!
I didn't even watch porn to jerk off. I was just watching porn because I was bored.
What?
I do that sometimes. I will literally just fire up some porn and just, because what I'm doing is scouting. You know, one of the worst parts about porn is that when you're looking for the right video and like,
I just want to get this over with. Like, that's not it. So what I like to do in my spare time is I'll scout. I'll like go, oh yeah, this is a good one. Ooh, yeah, save that tab open and private viewing or whatever, the incognito viewing section, and then I'll come back to it. And it's like, now when I'm ready, like, this is gonna be real quick. There's not like, no, I don't like the way she looks. No, I don't. For instance, I don't like outdoor porn. Just doesn't do it for me. If I see trees and like, or like, even,
I don't like outdoor porn.
Even if they're by a pool, I'm like, is this going to transition indoors at some point? Or are you guys just going to be out here by the pool? So that's why I have like advanced scouting is very important for me in my pornographic viewing.
We'll give you another clue. This also came from it. The next one on the list. What's the end game? From the intro, where Amin says, what's the end game? And you say, who cares what the end game is?
This isn't Ballers.
Yeah, wait, is it the same
movie?
The same movie? Oh, then it's Jason X.
I asked the question, what's Jason's end game?
To kill anybody that wants to have sex.
Yeah, if you're trying to fuck, he'll find you.
Yeah,
but if he kills everybody on this ship, he's in space.
Yeah.
He kills the whole planet.
He's ready. What planet? They're in the middle of nowhere.
Well, that space station thing. He killed that whole space station.
Blew that shit up like it was nothing.
You guys know what's the end game? Okay, now everyone's dead.
What is he, fucking Spence from Ballers? Who cares what the end game is?
Is he all excited for Marvel movies? Is that your point?
He's hurtling through
space. End game? Who cares?
What's the end game, Thanos?
What are you talking about? What's the end game?
So
he's just here to chop people up.
So when they're all chopped up, what do you do then?
You wait till more people show up and you kill those motherfuckers and Jason's XI.
What's the ship doing in 2655?
You go to hell and you kill the goddamn devil. I don't know.
Spoiler alert.
This one, I'm not even going to read the hint. Not the whole thing.
That's League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. That's Mr. Hyde watching some soldier like fucking.
Yeah, how would you describe that, Zach?
Like a potion bukkake or something.
Beaker bukkake.
Almost the same note too, bro, because this is my explanation. Anytime anyone mentions the whole thing in any context, originated with Mr. Hyde saying in shock, "Not the whole thing," when the villain guzzled an entire beaker of Hyde serum, not to be confused with Hyde semen. I literally wrote that. With no knowledge that Zach would say bukkake.
Same note too, bro.
And the same note too, baby, makes an appearance. Here we go. That's how it's all a self-fulfilling prophecy.
What was that?
I'm very drunk. I have 2 minutes to sober up.
You're offended? I didn't know you could get offended.
Oh, I know this one.
What offended Amin?
It was Nick Cage having to Google 9/11 and knowing. He was so angry.
This did it.
This is where because it puts a ring of whiskey on the paper, which now isolates some of the numbers. And this is where I wrote the note, plot liftoff.
Nice.
That's where it gets going.
That's exactly what happened. So,
22 minutes in.
Yeah, so the circle, as Zach points out, the numbers are circled. So then he goes to a whiteboard in his kitchen or somewhere like that.
Yeah, like around the kitchen area.
And he writes the numbers and he looks at the combos and like erases and then draws lines. And then he realizes the first three numbers are 9, 11, 01. And this motherfucker, ladies and gentlemen, in 2009, has to Google what happened on 9/11/2001. I'm known for sometimes to push the envelope on 9/11 jokes.
Oh man!
But I was legitimately offended.
You were offended.
I was offended.
I didn't know you could get offended.
I was offended.
This did it.
I was absolutely offended because we're talking about like we're 8 years out from fucking 9/11 happening.
Yeah.
Nobody I have a friend of mine, longtime listeners of the show, people who were at the LA live show will know who this guy is. My friend Reggie, aka Reach. Me and Reach have a thing where we will literally screenshot our phones whenever it's 9/11 because every time I look at my phone, it's 9/11, right? 9/11 is a combination. 9/11 is so strong a combo of numbers that's associated with something that it literally
stole the show from the original meaning of that number, which was 911.
Right.
No one looks at 911 anymore and says, oh, that's the number you call. People look at it and say, that says 911.
And they
right?
say, forget.
And say, never forget, right? Yeah. And so for them to have to point out, like, to the audience, this is essentially what they're doing. They're saying, let's have the character do it, sort of the stupid asses in our audience who don't remember what happened in 9/11. I was so turned off by that, man.
Wow. I didn't know you. Wow, that kind of makes me like this movie a little bit more. Just knowing that it's that powerful.
Thank you so much for listening to the Glossary, where we go through terms and references and drops that you wanted to get the explanation for, get the source of. If there's anything that we've left out, if there's anything that you still have questions about, please feel free to tweet us at TalkHoops, at Darth Amin, at Cornpuzzle. Leave it in a 5-star review on iTunes.
Oh, yeah. There you go. That's the one.
And tune in again next time for another thrilling episode of Cinephobe.
Are they thrilling?
Aren't they? Welcome to Cinephobe, mesdames et messieurs, whatever.
Next time we make love, you introduce me to Jade.
Is that going to be a funny bit an hour into this podcast?